Good day to you, sir. We are from Group 8 and our topic for today is minimal wage is enough to support subsistence economy in Malaysia? Day by day, the economical state of Malaysia has seen disruption because of inflation and other economical issues. Minimal wage in our country nowadays, which is RM 1,500, is not enough to manage subsistence economy. These are some of many speculations that are arising regarding this matter. So let's see why this is a serious issue. Number 1. Increase in poverty rate. Malaysians have faced low wages for decades, while minimum wage is still below the poverty line income, which was revised in 2020, making a big jump from 980 to 2,208 Malaysian ringgit per household. Exploitation of workers and the lack of minimum wage then spiraled urban property to become a major issue it is presently. Number 2. Inflation rate fluctuation. Inflation brings along a new set of problems. It will increase the cost of living and reduce the purchasing power of individuals. Inflation also tends to result to fewer savings and more borrowings. What good will following the living wage concept bring when it's in the long run? It is simply going to increase the cost of living for us Malaysians. Plunging economy with minimal wage will put the people in hard time to fend for them. Number 3, which is decrease in employment rate. The minimum wage interferes with this process in this unskilled labor market. It reduces employment, which is the same as saying that fewer transactions take place, because each voluntary transaction by definition generates a surplus. Anything that reduces the number of transactions causes a loss of surplus. In economist terminology, the minimum wage leads to a departure from efficient.
Now let's see how minimal wage affects other individuals. So first of all, with the psychological effects, low wage earners who have a higher propensity of experiencing mental health problem. Minimal wage puts heavy burden on a certain individual's shoulder, which is the main reason of someone getting mental health issues. Low minimum wage is also causing suicide among people to become more and more common. So psychological effects such as depression and anxiety is being caused because of minimal wage among other individuals. So let's moving on to the next problem, which is trap people in poverty. So if those people who will no longer to be able to work for a low wage due to the introduction of minimum wages, they might not have a chance to obtain entry into the job market and may be trapped in poverty due to that. The chances of them to pull out of poverty is also very restricted, since the chances that have been given to them is very limited. So now let's see how to make the situation better, which also meant how minimal wages situation can be handled better. So employers can grant better privileges to the employees. Companies can provide a package that includes compensation, incentives, and benefits such as health insurance and paid vacations to the employees, so they would be feeling encouraged to work. If you want to encourage people to work hard, you should offer them both a reward for good work and consequences for poor performance. Minimal wage will make the morale low, so giving benefits will lessen the burden and boost productivity. So let's moving on to the next point, which is government increase the minimum wage rate. Up to 1/3 of Malaysian workforce would benefit from the new minimum wage, which would play an important role in addressing labor market inefficiencies and improving the social welfare of low-paid workers. The increase may also encourage greater participation in the labor market and improve the utilization of labor in the economy. While this is certainly a positive development for the betterment of employees within the Malaysian employment ecosystem, there are potential for far-reaching strategies. Move on to the summary of group discussion. We chose this topic because it is an issue that has affected each and every one of us in some ways. For the problem analysis, we identified that the problem is very serious because it corresponds to the inflation and spike of necessity items price and why poverty is still fierce in our country. We analyzed why this is a serious issue and discussed how it affects the life of others. We also discussed how we might improve this situation so everyone could benefit in some ways. All of us had different opinions and stands in this matter, but we all agreed that the best way to compromise is that the employers grant employees the benefits that would help them in various ways. So that's all from us. Thank you so much.